Now we are factoring in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c using the x method when b and c are negative. We've already looked at when b and c are both positive, and when b is negative and c is positive. So now we're going to look at what happens when b and c are both negative. Looking at example 5, 2x squared minus 5x minus 7, we're still going to identify our a's, b's, and c's here. So a is 2, b is negative 5, and c is negative 7. We're going to multiply our AC here. So A is 2 and C is a negative 7. So 2 times negative 7 is a negative 14. And then B is a negative 5. So then we're going to find all our factors of whatever AC is. So AC is a negative 14. Now when both B and C are negative, one of your factors has to be positive and the other has to be negative, because the only way to get a negative constant, C, you have to multiply a positive and a negative. And for 14, you're going to have a negative 1 and a positive 14. Then you got to flip it. You got to do positive 1, negative 14, because both of them are going to have different, each one's going to have a different sum. So you have to do both. Then you got negative 2, positive 7, and then 2, negative 7. Okay. So when you add negative 1 and 14, you get a positive 13. And then 1 and negative 14 will get you a negative 13. And that's not what we're looking for. Then you get negative 7, negative 2 plus 7, which is a positive 5, and then 2 minus 7, which is a negative 5. So in this case, this is what we're looking for, because we're looking for that negative 5. So then we're going to write 2 and negative 7. We're going to divide by whatever our A is, which is a positive 2. We're going to reduce our fractions. 2 over 2 reduces to a 1 over 1. And negative 7 over 2 can't be reduced any further. Now we're going to do our bottoms up. So we don't usually write a 1 for a coefficient. So we're just going to say x, and then that numerator is a plus 1. And on this one, we got a 2x, and then that's a minus 7. So multiply by x plus 1 times 2x minus 7. Okay. And for example 6, our final example here, we got 3x squared minus x minus 14. So we're still going to identify our A, B, and C. So A here is 3, B. Now you don't see a coefficient in front of the x, but it is coefficient, it's 1. That's our B. And then C is negative 14. So A times C, 3 times a negative 14 is a negative 42. And then our middle term B is a negative 1. So we're always going to find factors of whatever AC is. That's a negative 42. And when you get good enough, you can just know which two factors to choose. But a good rule of thumb is just go ahead and write them all out. Keeps you from making mistakes. So negative 1, positive 42. And then 1 and negative 42. You got negative 2, positive 21. 2 and negative 21. You got negative 3 and positive 14. And then 14. We got negative 6 and positive 7, and then 6 and negative 7. When you add up all these factors, the only two factors that will give you a negative 1 here is this 6 and negative 7. So those are the two numbers we're going to use. So we're going to use a positive 6 and a negative 7. We're going to divide by whatever our A term is, which is a positive 3. We're going to reduce our fraction. So this is going to reduce to 2 over 1. And this one doesn't reduce any further. And do our bottoms up. So we don't write 1 for the coefficient, we just say x, and then that's a positive 2. Then we write 3x, and then that's a negative 7. So our final answer here is x plus 2 times 3x minus 7. And I hope that helps you to factor in polynomials using the x method.